Hello and welcome back to the Fan Pub. I'm Sean. This is bold prediction number 3. We've been throwing them out there for you and hoping you're enjoying the series, and please do share them and like them and comment as best you can. Anyway, let's get straight into it. For this one, once again, I've got to look at one drafter behind me because he's done 3 players in a row, which really upset me, and I'm sorry to keep highlighting him, but it's worth it. This particular chap here, Dean, you took Aaron Jones in the second round of the draft, which is exactly what I was targeting. It was Aaron Jones slightly ahead of David Montgomery. I predict that Aaron Jones is going to be a top 7, inside that top 7 range back for next year. Obviously, there is a slight red flag hanging over him. There is a bit of a risk, especially with his MCL. But the upside is clearly there. You look at the numbers, you look at what's capable. It's high-octane offense with Aaron Rodgers. They've been missing his back since Eddie Lacy. They haven't really had one. They didn't give him a full chance last year. He missed the first few games. They didn't give him a full workout till it got really late into the season. So we didn't really see what the guy was actually capable of until the season nearly wore along. And then we really saw, Howard's pointed out a couple of years back about one of his deep rookie sleepers, how good this guy actually was. And now is his year to turn it on. I think a lot of canny drafters are targeting him in the second round of a lot of leagues. His ADP certainly puts him up there, maybe early third, depending on the size of your league. But get some shares of Aaron Jones. He is more than capable. Again, he's another one of these guys who could easily exceed the metrics that he's in. You could easily be looking at 1150 yards, an easy 10 touchdowns, and go with that about 300 yards receiving. This is a top caliber back sitting in there, and I'm going to narrow down those numbers again in a couple of weeks to make it absolutely clear what we think of him. But he's more than capable of it, and he can really exceed your expectations. So in the moment where he's going in drafts, he's a steal. Even in second rounds, it's still a steal because he's got the upside of a first-round caliber. I think he carries a lot less risk than your Damian Williams, your Leonard Fournettes. I don't think he carries any of that kind of risk, and I would rather take a shot on him every time over some of them. So that's how high I am on him. Very, 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 very easy to predict him. I like him in the second round of most drafts.
Yeah, I mean he's actually a third-round player in 12-team leagues. Just point out that league we're doing there, that's a 16-team league, so you took him in the second round of that. But he's going ADP of 31, so
yeah, small leagues third round.
Mid to late third if you're in a 12-team league, which majority of you guys will be. He has missed a lot of practices, but so is Jamal Williams, who's the other guy in it. So it's been Dexter Williams and Trey Carson.
It's the thing here with this guy is easy, really. I'll highlight some great points. The thing is, there is a monstrous upside.
Yes.
There is a risk. Okay, so I'm not saying with him it's a bold prediction. So if you're taking a player like this, you have to remember that you don't want too many of them on your team. 1 or 2 is fine, but not too high up the board. If you take an Aaron Jones, you want a bit more safety around it. That's because you can't go all in on this guy because of previous history and things hanging over him. But if you're getting him in the second, you've got a great first round pick and a nice third round pick, you're in a good spot to do really well, I think, and he's certainly worth capitalising on.
Okay, Aaron Jones, what do you think? I mean, hopefully he'll get the full role this year, and we won't have him splitting time with Jamal Williams, which
I think it's likely that's not going to happen. I think it's his now, so hopefully he'll be able to benefit from that, and then Green Bay can get off to a bit of a roll, and we'll see how that works out. Great first game against the Bears, should be a running fiesta.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and leave a like, and consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time.